we're going to switch gears just a little bit here and move into some discussion about leadership opportunities. And I believe we have Nancy Ross, a longtime district servant and Rotarian, queued up to lead us through this. Nancy, are you there?
Yes, I'm ready.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Louise.
Next slide. Okay, this session is what is your passion and how do you channel it? I'm Nancy Ross. I'm the Lieutenant Governor for Club Administration in our district. Next slide. Okay, under Rotary's guiding principles, they help the club carry out Rotary's mission and understand our history of commitment to professionalism and service. Primarily, a Rotary Club is a group of representing business and professional people and community leaders who have accepted the Rotary philosophy of service above self. Because they serve must act, but because those who serve must act, Rotary is not merely a state of mind, nor Rotary philosophy merely subjective, but must translate itself into objective activity. The individual Rotarian and the Rotary Club must put the theory of service into practice. In carrying out the ideal of service, a variety of activities developed by Rotary Clubs have afforded significant opportunities for service by their members. The guidance for Rotarians and their clubs are listed in the Manual of Procedure 2019 on pages 2 through 5. Next slide. This is your Manual of Procedure. It's a book that you can get from RI, and it's every club should have a copy of it either electronically or physically, because it gives you a lot of good things and guidance for your club. Many of the things that you're going to see in this presentation came from either the Rotary International website, or they came from our district website, especially under the tools section. Okay, next slide. Okay, there are 5 avenues of service in Rotary: the club service, vocational service, community service, international service, and youth service. Next slide. I'm going to explain a little bit what they are. Your club service is an action a member should take within the club to help it function successfully. Vocational, this promotes high ethical standards in business and professions and fosters the ideal of service in pursuit of all vocations. Rotarians should conduct themselves in accordance with Rotary principles and lend their vocational skills to club projects to address issues and needs of society. We really depend on the variety of members that with different backgrounds to help make our club successful. And for them to use those skills. And have you seen through all these presentations in the 4-in-1 training, all the different skills and backgrounds of the people that are stepping up to make Rotary successful. Community service, that's various efforts that Rotarians make to improve the quality of life of those who live within the club's locality. And international service is the activities that the Rotarians do to advance international understanding, goodwill, and peace by club projects designed to help people in other lands. And then finally, our youth service, that's the implementation of positive change by youth and young adults through leadership development activities, involvement in community and international service projects, and exchange programs that enrich and foster world peace and cultural understanding. Okay, next we have a short video I'd like you to see. Have you got that, Justin?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second to adjust a couple of things, and here we go.
What is Rotary? Rotary is a voluntary, non-profit, non-governmental, non-religious organization of industry professionals and academics working in intertwined autonomous networks providing self-education, exchange of knowledge, and humanitarian aid. It might sound complex, but it's built on a very simple philosophy. You go through life, working, studying, and taking care of your loved ones. But at some point, you might stop and feel a spark, an urge to not only do good, but to help others as well as yourself. Throughout life, you've had tons of ideas. All of them might not have been the most complex or the most developed, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it? When an idea is introduced into the Rotarian network, and we exchange thoughts, knowledge, and experience, ideas grow along with ourselves and are brought into reality. That is what Rotary is. We know that simple thoughts can become the beginning of something huge and life-changing for millions of people around the world. For us, it has led to projects like local mentorship programs, providing clean water, building schools, disease awareness campaigns, scholarships, exchange programs, wigs for cancer patients, teaching kids karate, providing medical care, blood donations, fighting illiteracy, protecting mothers and children, and emergency food supplies. And to think that our first project was a public toilet, and now we're on the brink of eradicating polio. We believe that with the right people, the smallest thing can make a huge difference. So when you feel the spark, remember Rotary.
Okay. In our Rotary clubs, we have certain committees that are probably pretty standard, and these are 5 of the standard ones we have. A membership, the foundation, public image, youth services, and fundraising and service projects. Okay, next slide. Okay, first we're going to talk about membership. I brought this slide up to show you how our membership has transpired from 2011 to now. So we're still way below 2011. And so we need to continue to work on membership. And it's a very important part of Rotary. We can't provide service of itself if we don't have members to do it. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is just some of the challenges to our membership development this year. And the pandemic, of course, is a new reality. And that is having, like even on our club, we have some members that refuse to come to our Zoom meetings because they don't want to do Zoom. And so we're struggling with how we're going to handle that. Administrative leadership, there's club politics, bullying that sometimes goes on in clubs. The location of your club, how convenient it is to the members. And we have to remember we're all volunteers, and there are much more other challenges, but those are the main ones. Okay, here's some leadership tips and reminders that the membership team had came up with. We've got to remember we're all leaders and we need to keep sharpening our skills. And if we don't lead, we're going to lose our members. And if leadership is not innate to you, we have the Rotary Leadership Institute. That's a very good program to help you improve your leadership skills. You cannot fire volunteers. So you need to charm them and convince them to be step up and help you. We have to be patient. We need to stop, think, and act. Always keep your cool, your temperament, smile, be prudent, and love your neighbor, service above self. Okay. I personally think this is one of the biggest problems Rotary has with membership, and that's the retention. We seem to have a very big revolving door syndrome, and it's something that we should really concentrate to find out why people come in and out of Rotary all the time. Okay, next one. These are some of the club member categories that we have in Rotary. Now, for Rotary International, there's only 2 categories. It's active, which is the official Rotarian count, and then the honorary. There are options for flexibility that they have built into the Rotary that allows the club to create different types of memberships that are kind of outside the box, but you have to explain them in your bylaws in order for them to be legal in your club. There's a family membership idea. You can have corporate membership, which the membership team mentioned earlier. Young Rotary leader memberships. This is kind of a one where you could make affordable dues and flexible membership in order for them to be able to participate in Rotary. Introductory memberships where they come in like a trial or associate membership. Emeritus membership, that's basically for a retired person, and it could be similar to the honorary. Sometimes they may not qualify under the honorary rules to be an honorary member, but you want to let them become a emeritus membership. And then the Friends of Rotary membership. Next slide. Now we're going to skip this one because they already had that in the, like I said, they had some wonderful information under membership under the tools box, and that's where I had gotten this slide. So I'll go to the next one. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about the night program. It was implemented in 5930 in 2014. The rationale behind it is that every member has a role and commits to participate. Ignite uses best practices research as the components of the program. The clubs using Ignite have experienced a significant improvement in membership, recruitment, engagement, and retention. How can you help? Well, you can volunteer as a membership chair or to serve on the committee. For Ignite, you can volunteer to coordinate the program for the club to include doing the monthly Ignite reports to the district. I've been doing that for the past 2 or 3 years for my club, South Lights Corpus Christi, to record our progress in the Ignite program and report it on the 10th of the month to Luis Cabezos. And we've been successful in becoming premier clubs every year. And I think that's what has kept us from having a continued decrease in membership, which we've had prior to implementing the Ignite program. We're pretty stable in our club. Okay, the next one, this is just to let you look a little bit like what the Ignite monthly report is. The top of the slide is the Excel program report where you list all the members and you give them the points based on it, and you get 10 times each member to get the total points you club has to achieve to get the premier. And then the bottom is a advertisement that Rotary is to ignite your passion. So I really encourage people to do it. It's a very successful program, and more than anything, it keeps membership as an up in the forefront in what's going on in your club, because every month you need to be doing the report and you need to put something on it that whether you've done any of this stuff. Now we're going to go to the foundation. This is a club, a committee in the club that where Rotary goes to the Rotary Foundation, and under the foundation, you have these 5 different ways of contributing to the foundation. So you need to have a committee in your club that focuses on getting foundation funds. All right, next slide. So what can you do to help this? Well, you can promote the Paul Harris Society, make the membership meaningful. Be a foundation hero, volunteer to be the chairman or on the committee. You can help develop specific fundraising plans to generate funds for the annual fund and the Polio Plus. We have that coming up on the 24th of this month, World Polio Day. So we're having our virtual walk, and I hope a lot of you have signed up for it. You know, I signed up for it myself, but I'm not sure I'm actually going to have time to do the walk or the physical ability to do it, but I'm going to try anyway. Help your club leverage the foundation points. You can match pool to promote the foundation giving. You can reward member recruitment and reward service. And you can become a 100% Paul Harris Fellow Club. I don't know if you know, but 100% means that every member in your club has donated something to the Paul Harris Fellow during the year. Okay, the next one. What can you do to also help the foundation committee? You need to find speakers who can help your members better understand the value of the Rotary Foundation. Go out and find people in your community that have received grants and assistance from Rotary, and have them speak about how the Rotary Foundation has benefited and helped them. Help your club make it easy to contribute. Set up a program or something, some way to remind people once a year to make every Rotarian every year contribution. You can help with the invoices and requesting members to contribute throughout the year. You can set example by becoming a sustaining member, which is 100 per year donation. That was a big goal to have become a sustaining member club where every member pays at least $100 per year to Rotary Foundation. You can help set a club goal and increase the participation rate. You can assist with monitoring the Rotary reports on foundation giving. As they pointed out in my Rotary, there's a section called reports. You can go in and there's foundation reports that will tell the officers in your club are able to see where your club stands on foundation giving, and see where you need to make improvements and what things you're doing well, how many points your club has. your club accumulates points for the Rotary Foundation, and you can use those points to, well, one year we had Paul Harris Fellow drawing where people would donate by buying tickets at every meeting. And then at the end of like a 3-month period, all those funds we donated to the Rotary Foundation, and we don't use the points that we had in the club to give up Paul Harris Fellow to whoever won the drawing. So there's all kinds of ways that you can do with those points that your club has. And right now there is no limit on when they have to be used. But there's been talk in Rotary for several years now that they're thinking of, because there is such a backlog of points accumulated by clubs and they're not using them, that they may at some point say that you have a time limit on using those club points. So don't let them accumulate too high, because it makes it really hard to use them. You could volunteer to chair or serve on the club foundation committee. Okay, the next one is our public image committee. I want to tell you a little bit about the benefits of social media. It's a way for your club to connect with current and past members, prospective members, and donors and friends. It is also an effective way to increase the awareness of your club and the activities in your community. External public relations. Well, for the media, we have our local newspapers, our radio, our TV. You need to develop in your club a contact list of people in these media outlets that you can contact when you want them to do some advertising for your club. Meet and get to know the journalists. Prepare news releases, including a pitch letter to pick their interest. Prepare a media advisory for upcoming news events, and prepare spot announcements and prepare social media posts. Well, you think, I don't know how to do those. Well, we have a great toolbox on our district website. If you go under media, they have examples in there on how to prepare all these documents. All you have to do is plug in your information and you have the documents to send to the media outlets. Information on how to do public image is on the district website. Now, how can you help? Well, you can volunteer as the public image chair for your club or to serve on the committee. Okay. These are some resources for public image. You can go into Brand Central, which was showed earlier by the membership committee, and it gives you guidelines and people of action campaign on how to do public image. Facebook, you can create a club page and share interesting or inspiring posts. And this you should originate maybe 3 to 4 posts per week to keep your members interested. Twitter, you can use online modules for learning basic and advanced topics, and you should do maybe 1 to 3 tweets per day. And I'm not sure how realistic that is, but that's the recommendation. Instagram, can learn Instagram basics online, and you should create 2 to 3 posts per week. LinkedIn, when I worked before I retired, I was in LinkedIn, and you can share articles every other day and post 2 to 3 times per week. YouTube, post videos of club activities to promote your club and Rotary. The video you saw earlier, I got off of YouTube. I went in and asked for videos about Rotary, and I came up with a bunch, so I picked a real simple one to use to introduce the Rotary to you. And you can do paid advertisement on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can volunteer to help your club image by administering and posting in 1 or more of the social medias. Okay, the next club committee is youth services. Rotary believes in investing in our future by empowering young leaders, helping them learn leadership skills and giving them opportunities to have cross-cultural experiences. They include Rotaract, which is your mainly college, but we also can have a Rotaract club that are young adults 18 and over. Interact, high school club sponsored by Rotary Club for students 12 to 18. Early Act First Night, a service project for middle school students in 4th and 5th grade. This is an opportunity to start educating young students in service of self and leadership skills. The Southside Corpus Christi is the only club right now in our district that has both Rotaract, Interact, and Early Act. So that's a goal. I would like to see people in the other clubs work to get all 3 of those represented in their club. RILA, that's the Rotary Leadership Awards, and that was, we had a presentation on that earlier. And these are mainly kids 14 to 30, and the camp is usually done once a year. Like they said, it's March 11th through the 14th this next year. Rotary Youth Exchange. These are Rotary clubs exchange students 15 to 19 internationally to learn a new language, discover another culture, and truly become global citizens. Of course, during the pandemic, they had to put a stop to that program for this year. So far, I'm not sure when they're going to be starting it back up. Okay, how can you get involved in youth services? Volunteer at youth-led service projects and invite youth to join you for your own club events. I've noticed there's been a lot on Facebook of the Interact and Rotaract clubs publicizing things that they're doing. So go in and support them. Show your support of them, whatever activities they're doing. Help youth clubs align the service with Rotary's areas of focus. Work with the youth clubs to exchange ideas how they create a vibrant club. Help youth members to develop their leadership skills, build connections in the community, and become part of the Rotary family. Volunteer to go to some of the Interact, Rotaract, and Early Act clubs and give a presentation on things that you have, your skill level as leadership. And Early Act, we had the mayor come talk to the students in the Early Act club, and they were real impressed to have the mayor come talk to them. So you're trying to expose them to Rotary leadership, and we have a lot of resources at our fingertips. And you can volunteer to be a youth service chair or a committee member. Okay, the last one is your fundraising or your service projects. We all know Rotary clubs are making an impact around the world, and we're responsible for planning and carrying out successful service projects that utilize funds and club members' time to benefit those in need. Working on projects is an opportunity for networking and socializing among club members. Keep members engaged by involving all members in service projects. If your club does nothing but just meet every month for some program, are you really doing service above self? You need to be out there doing service projects, help the community, and in order to do some of the service projects, you need to have funds to do it, so you have to have fundraising. For each project, you need to develop a timeline, establish the criteria for measuring progress, consider resources and tools that are available to support you. You may need to raise funds for projects your club conducts. Work with your club leaders and other committee chairs on fundraising needs and efforts. A successful fundraising event or campaign can support projects that make a real difference for each successful service project. Now, when you're doing fundraising, you need to consider this. You need to select a set target goal amount and identify the type of event that will realistically yield that amount. Many clubs already have established their annual fundraising events. We're in a unique situation with the pandemic. Some of the fundraising events that we've done for years and years may not work, such as having dinners and social events. So we may have to really think out of the box, come up with ways to raise fundraising this year. Establish a budget for the fundraising event. Secure sponsors and contributors. Determine how many people are needed to plan and carry out the event. Committee members need to select a date and venue for each event, establish tracking procedure for receiving funds and expenses. Publicize the event and monitor the progress. After the event, evaluate the effort, recognize volunteers, contributors, and sponsors, ensure continuity for future fundraising events. So how can you help with your service project fundraising committee? You can volunteer to chair or serve on the service project committee. Help find volunteers through Rotarian families and friends, Rotaract and Interact students, members of other Rotary clubs, and other community organizations. On our wheelchair project, we've had other Rotary clubs come and volunteer to help us when we're building a wheelchair ramp. We use the Interact and Rotaract clubs. So there's a lot of opportunities out there to get support. Coordinate with other club committees to maximize your club impact. So make sure that during especially your board meetings, you're all discussing what you're doing so that the other club members are aware and can help you if they need to. Attend your club board meetings and provide ideas and input. Share your resources and skills you may have that will help the service projects. Find partners for your club project by networking with Rotary members at district and international meetings. I really encourage you to go to any of the trainings the district has, because that's a fantastic way to network. And through the years, through my district contacts, I have gotten so many new ideas and things that have helped me be a good Rotarian. Use Rotary International District website to find information about service projects. That's one of the places, a good thing to get ideas. Okay, we covered a lot of information. I did it quickly, but I wanted you to have an overview of what all your club has to offer and how you should be actively having members work in all these committees to make your club successful. And this video, this whole thing will be on the toolbox on our district website if you want to go back and look at any of the slides. But I've asked District Governor-elect Armando Chiappa to come in and give you a little bit of discussion on how do you find leaders in the club to serve as chair or member of the Rotary Club committees. Okay, Armando.
Good morning, everyone. Yes. How do you find your club members, and how do you find good members that are going to serve in these positions? Well, first, as we're all volunteers and no one is going to be perfect, no one's really going to know about how to run these committees. So it's all going to be on a first come, first basis as learning as we go, as we say. However, we do have Rotarians who have been in the clubs for several years who have knowledge and experiences in leadership. And one of the ways of going about selecting a committee member, as we mentioned earlier, this is membership, and we like to engage our new members. Let's get those new members engaged in a committee, not so much as a chair, but into the committee so they can get acclimated as to what the committee is all about and what is expected of them from the club. What we look for and what I look for in a leadership person for leadership to advance in the club and onto the district is that we want to see persons that are passionate about what they believe in. It could be a passion of serving their community in the area of fighting hunger. It could be in an area of fighting literacy. And so you choose persons that have that passion and desire to excel and to promote that passion. And so when you do that, that person is committed and wants to do well in those committees and eventually go into the chairman position or chairperson position, excuse me. And then we like to encourage them to go to the district and also learn about the different areas of serving the district and also in the club areas as president, secretary, and so on. What I'm looking for and what we've been discussing, District Governor Eddie and myself and District Governor nominee Kent Greer, we're looking for a very important position, a very important role in our district is the assistant governors. And the assistant governors, as you saw earlier in the slide where District Governor Eddie was talking about the structure of the district. And we have 13 areas, 13 assigned district governors in those areas. And then we have your chairperson, we have Lieutenant Governor Luis in charge of the membership, and we have the image chairperson, Leda, and then we have our foundation chair, which is Juan Leda. So as assistant governors, you are serving the district governor. As assistant governor, you are responsible for 4 or 5 clubs that are assigned to your area. The assistant governor is a person that is one of passion and one of knowledge as far as Rotary goes, excuse me. And the expectation of the assistant governor is not so much to run the clubs, but to support the clubs. The assistant governor is not to take over or not to be demanding of the clubs, but rather to build trust with the club presidents, to serve the clubs in areas of foundation, public image, membership, to advise the clubs as to the district priorities, district goals, Rotary International goals and priorities as well. So what we're looking for is persons that are committed and can do these positions, and the time that it's involved is not 7 days a week or 5 days a week. It's really a couple hours a week, maybe a couple hours or more in the week. So we're looking for individuals who want to commit and serve in those capacities. And along the lines of assistant governors, we do have trainings for them. There is a curriculum, if you go to rotary.org, there's a curriculum for assistant governors. There's curriculums for membership and so on. You can go on there and serve, and you can go and click, and you can get educated on those positions. So we also like to see where the club president and the club officers will be observant of their members, and so they can promote within. And as they promote within, we as a district look at the club presidents as well to see what they can do to promote and recommend to us as assistant governors, as well as you heard earlier, the nomination for district governor is open for this year. And we like persons that that are committed and that they love to serve their communities. So that's what I see, and that's what we have. I don't know if I have any more time or if that's enough I need to talk about there, Nancy.
Okay, well, what we'll do is open it up to questions. We did have one question about putting the information on Club Runner and My Rotary. Dee Dee, the secretary of the district, and I have been pressing to get the clubs to put in their officers for next year, and to we also need the committee chairs because with everything being virtual, it's harder for them to establish goals, and they need to know who the contact people are in each club to work on all the different programs that Rotary has. So we encourage you, especially those 5 that I mentioned, committees, to try to have committee chairs for those 5 positions and put them on Club Runner. Because we're synced with Rotary International. If you put them on Club Runner, it automatically uploads to Rotary International, so you don't have to worry about that. Are there any other questions anybody has? I know this is a lot of information, but it's why don't we go ahead and do our poll question? It's
Yes,
what
I
club
just
committee-
launched the poll question. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Nancy.
Okay, good. What club committee are you most interested in providing support to your club? This gives us an idea what most people are interested in.
Armando, while we're working through the poll, would you mind if I ask a question? This is Dana.
Hi, Dana. Yes.
For those on the call that would be interested in serving on your leadership team for the coming Rotary year, I know you're probably making assignments and thinking that through right now. How would they get in touch with you?
Okay, thank you. They can reach me with my email address. If you go to the Rotary District Rotary website, you'll have my contact information, you'll have my phone number, and you have my email. I welcome anybody and everyone to contact me. I am in the area right now of selecting my team for the 2021 year. I'm sorry, 2021-22 year. As I mentioned earlier, I'm engaged with District Governor nominee Kent Greer and District Governor Eddie. We're looking at a 3-year strategic plan, and we're kind of following a format here. And so I encourage anyone and everyone who wants to serve in the area of membership, public image, foundation, or any of the committees that we have talked about here, RILA, we talked about polio, any of the initiatives, polio we have here, contact me. I am still putting my team together. I will be sending some of the information right now to Nancy Paulson to be put on the website. I have already 3 commitments, actually 2. Foundation chair is Juan Lira, who is committed to serving in not only in my year, but it's a 3-year commitment. I also have the public image chair, which is Justin, who's also, I reached out to him. He'll be our public image chair for 2021 and 22. And so now we have the membership. Luis has done a phenomenal job the last several years. And I've asked Luis to step up to a lieutenant governor position and to serve in another capacity. So Luis is out looking to have someone replace him. So if anyone would love to step up to the chairman of membership, I would greatly appreciate it. And contact me or contact Luis in that area there. And again, all others areas of the district committees that we have open, please contact me. And again, it's on the website. You can cut by email, phone, reach out to me. I welcome it.
It's also his contact information, as well as all the other officers, is also available on the app, and with direct links to either create an email or a phone number. And Dana, if there's still time, Kent would also like to make a comment or two.
Can I make one last
I think
comment?
he probably needs to keep it pretty short, but, and then I'm gonna stop sharing the results.
Can I make one last comment, Nancy?
Yes,
I mentioned the assistant governors. We have 13 of them, and we do have, it is a 3-year commitment. I do have several assistant governors that are coming to their term of 3 years, so assistant governors are very important. Please contact me in your area that you serve. Also, the presidents, if we have any presidents on the online here today on this, please contact me as well as who they recommend assistant governors for their particular area.
Okay, I'd like to add a final comment on the poll results. I was very pleased to see there was a wide interest in every single committee. So that means that we have all the resources out there of different interests to cover all of our committees. So kudos to our district for having people showing interest in supporting all of our different committees. And thank you so much. I'm Lieutenant Governor for your club administration. If you have any issues or concerns with your administrator of your club, you can contact me through, the best way is through email. And then also I want to thank Dee Dee, who's our secretary. She also provides a lot of support in helping the clubs. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Mondo. All right, so